Now, this is the perennial collection for this year, 2012. Under $20, these are the flowers that you don't even have to think about. If you're like me, the KISS method is the way to go. We want to keep it simple, sweetie. This is the way to do it, okay? Because they've done all of the work. They've been around for about 10 plus years now. And let me tell you that when you see how easy Botanus makes it for you, there's no excuse, even for a black thumb like me, Pamela.
That's right.
Lovely to see
you,
my
too,
friend.
Lisa. Well,
it's been too long.
It's been way too long, and welcome to the Botanus Garden. And I'm so glad that you mentioned, Lisa, as well, that gardening is really for everybody. And if you're out there and you think you've got a black thumb, well, I'm here to prove you wrong and get you excited about gardening, because we have 3 beautiful, amazing perennial collections for you to choose from. And I'm going to start into them right away.
Okay, because we've got butterflies, we've got the sun loving, and we got the drought, my friend.
Exactly.
Under $20, by the way.
I know, which is amazing. Now let's start with these beautiful butterfly gardens.
Okay.
Okay, butterflies and bees are on, no, I wouldn't say on the endangered list, but certainly their habitats are shrinking.
We talk about cell phones and things like that.
Exactly.
Maybe influencing.
Pesticides and all of those things are having a really negative effect on their habitat. So why not create a beautiful habitat in your garden that the bees and butterflies will flock to? Your children will love it. All of these plants are easy to grow. Now, this collection, of course, contains 8 of Botanus's top-notch bare root perennials. You get 4 different types in here. I'm just going to go through them really quickly so you get an idea of these beautiful flowers you're going to get. You're going to get 2 of the phlox, David, which lacks a little bit of color because it's white, but oh my gosh, it makes up for it in fragrance.
It's a flourish as well?
Yes, and these are, as I said, all perennials. They'll come back year after year in your garden.
So this is the calling card. You said that the fragrance?
Yes.
They're going to be telling their friends.
Yes, they'll say,
find
bees, you know, garden plot to the left, 100 meters, that's where you got to go. So check out the phlox, beautiful plant. Of course, this one down here you might be familiar with. It's called butterfly weed. And I love the Latin name for this one, Asclepias tuberosa. I just love to say that, but you don't have to worry about that. Just know that it's called butterfly weed, and the butterflies will be flocking to it and pollinating all your other plants in your garden, which, of course, has a very good effect because you get that much more flowers if the pollinators come.
Totally.
So this one in the collection, you're going to be getting 2 of these as well. We recognize that easily as baby's breath. We often get them in floral bouquets. They're a nice, what I like to call filler inner plant because they're quite bushy. The flowers are relatively small, but the plant itself is really lovely. And again, the bees and butterflies love it. And last in the collection are 2 of these beautiful asters. Now, I love asters for one reason. They flower very, very late in the season.
You know, that's the thing. If you're somebody who's really been savvy about gardening, you want to have petals popping all of the time in different parts of the season, right? You don't want everything all at once.
Exactly, because then it's just sort of, you know, there's one big bang and then it's gone. Well, the asters start to bloom in late August into September, and if you're having a nice fall season, they can bloom well into October, and the bees love them. When I go to water these in my front garden in the early fall, it's covered with bees, and I'm always really happy about that because the more bees and butterflies we have, the better this world is.
We all benefit.
Absolutely.
We all benefit.
Absolutely.
Great gift idea, too.
Great gift idea. And they come in these great packages. We've got them nicely packed up for you. Everything is individually labeled. You're going to get full instructions on the back of every single package, also for container gardening.
Okay, perfect. And you know, this is the perfect complement with our today's showstopper. Pam, I just quickly wanted to ask you too, obviously you BC dweller, you've got a different climate than, let's say, somebody who lives a little bit more north of Winnipeg, shall we say, Manitoba.
Yeah. Very good point. We look at every single order that comes in and we make sure that we ship to you at the correct time for planting in your area. So you're not going to be getting them too early and not too late. We know exactly where you live and what your climate zone is, and of course we ship to you at that time. So basically all you have to know is when you order, when you get it, that's the time to plant.
I love it. See, there's that KISS method again. All right.
Super easy.
So butterflies.
Butterflies. Now, drought tolerant collection. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited about this one because drought is becoming a real issue in many parts of Canada. So why not do yourself a favor? Plant a drought-tolerant collection, which is actually going to allow you to save 50% of your water usage once these plants are established. And I do want to mention that, Lisa. That means once established, not right away. You do need to water these plants when you plant them. And in about a year or so after being in your garden, they can manage on their own. I like to think of it as sort of like, you know when you have friends over for a barbecue and you're giving them drinks and you're feeding them food, and they come back next week, you're going to do the same thing. Family comes over, you say, go to the fridge and get
Help
it yourself.
yourself.
So think of these plants as
it.
your friends for the first couple of seasons, and then they're family. You don't have to worry about it. Beautiful collection. You get 6 top-notch Botanus bare roots in that one as well. We've got a nice collection of sedums, which are beautiful. This one right here, it's a beautiful pink one. It starts off looking like a broccoli, actually.
No, these are the ones, they are also late in the season, are they not?
Yes, they are. They flower later. They do come up early, but they flower later in the season, which
Right.
is, again, nice stretching out of the season. You get some beautiful coreopsis, which is this lovely yellow one. It looks like a daisy. Looks almost dainty, but these are really, really hardy plants. You get some heuchera in that as well, which is a beautiful purple foliage plant. Now, usually foliage plants are green, like the hostas that we offer in a shade collection. These ones are a bright purple, and in some areas of the country, they're actually evergreen. So if you're fortunate enough to live on the west coast of British Columbia or on Vancouver Island, they will retain that color throughout the winter. Now, last but not least in that collection, good old black-eyed Susan. Who doesn't love a black-eyed Susan? I mean, everybody's grandmother probably grew these in their garden. And why? Because they're easy to grow. They, as I said, once established, drought tolerant, and they flourish in the sunshine. They just bring a real pop of color and brightness to your garden.
Beautiful.
So even if you don't care about the drought tolerance, that collection in itself is a beautiful color display of yellows and purples and pinks.
Excellent. And then our third choice.
Yes. Now, the third choice actually kind of goes with today's showstopper. We're talking about, sun, conserving energy, solar panels. Well, this collection is essentially the same thing. These are all plants that just love to bask in the sun. And what you're saving here is time and money, because the sun-loving collection actually saves you time. These are all maintenance-free plants, and I really mean that. These are plants that you put in your garden and you really don't have to fuss. There's no pruning, there's no staking, there's not much of anything.
My kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
Other than just enjoying the flowers. This one, you're going to get 16 Botanus bare roots and perennials, and you get a lovely collection of these purples and these whites. Look at this one here, Lisa. This is echinacea, coneflower.
Yes.
A lot of people know this one is becoming more and more popular every year, simply because it looks beautiful, but also because
medicinal.
Medicinal, and the flowers last forever, it seems. They flower in the summer, midsummer through to late summer, so they're always flowering in your garden.
Beautiful.
Another long flowering one in that collection as well is you're going to get 2 of these beautiful ones down here, the Stella d'Oro. Now, the Stella d'Oro is a daylily. The flowers actually only last for about a day, but don't be worried, because it's like a little mini flower factory.
Keeps coming back.
It keeps coming back continually through the summer. The Stella d'Oro is actually one of the world's most popular daylilies. It's won multitudinous awards, and the reason is because it's hardy, it's easy to grow, it's beautiful, and it flowers almost forever throughout the summer. So
nice
a really
choice.
great flower power plant in that collection. As well, we've got the fun, I love these ones. These are blazing stars. They grow to about 2 to 3 feet high. If you look at them very closely, all of the flowers look like little bursting stars, and they flower from the top down, which is kind of unusual on a spike. So they look like a feather duster.
Yeah.
They're really, really fun to grow. Again, perennial, like all of the other plants, coming back year after year. And the last in that collection,
Another lily.
Couldn't help myself. I'm a lily lady. I'm always pushing the
I'm a
lilies.
lily lady.
There you go.
I'm a daughter.
That's
I have a
right.
daughter lily.
That's
right,
exactly
yeah.
right. So this is the Casablanca, a beautiful white lily, like the phlox that we had in the bee and butterfly collection. It's a white flower, but wow, oh wow, does it ever pack the punch in terms of fragrance?
Oh, it does.
And you can use all of those ones in the sunflower collection as cut flowers as well. So you can bring them inside and enjoy them, give them to your neighbors.
See, isn't that nice? I think it's such a great gift idea and such an easy choice to make. I would even recommend you multi-packing, a couple of any of the 3 choices that Pam has brought with Botanus today. Almost 200 out the door, under $20. This is the brand new sort of growing season, but the beautiful part about this is that being perennial, as you said, for the first little bit, you're going to, really be, mine host, shall we say,
that's right.
very attentive. And then in the next year or 2, once the roots have taken place and sort of really established their home in your garden, you don't have to worry about it.
That's
Which
exactly
brings me to my next question, Pam. when you get these, these are not your packet seeds or anything
Right.
like that. They are roots. So what is the difference with that?
Okay, now I can actually show you. Here we go. I'm going to give you two examples, and this is from the drought tolerant collection. Okay, have a look at these. These are your roots that you're going to be receiving. Now, this one already has a little bit of growth on it, but look at this nice, healthy root ball on that. That is one really great, healthy plant. We've got another one here. I know it looks very odd. It looks like a jumble of pasta with some soil on it, but that is a beautiful, bare root. We keep these in temperature-controlled coolers until the day we ship. So that is the big difference. When you purchase plants from Botanus through the shopping channel, know that you're getting the freshest of the fresh. These have not been hanging on store shelves for a month and a half in a greenhouse situation where it's really, really hot and could dry out. You're getting the best of the best and with complete instructions as well. So you can plant them in the garden or in containers.
Excellent. And when are we going to start to see things really sort of flourish? Is anything going to happen this season? Or
Oh my goodness, absolutely. All of these are going to begin flourishing this season. And in some of them, you're going to see flowers on them, like the Casablanca lily, the phlox. All of these things are going to flower. The great thing is, because they're perennial plants, they're going to come back year after year, and they're only going to get bigger and better with time. So with a one-time investment, you're going to have years and years of blooms.
Excellent. All right, 626-216. So we're saving $8 right now. Introductory price $19.99. Remember, sun-loving, drought intolerant, or we also have butterflies.
Yes, the butterflies and the bees. Very important.
And there's even more Botanus through our website at theshoppingchannel.com. 1-888-2020 888, our toll-free number.